morning, welcome back. Okay, day 17 Hayabusa build, and as you can see, that is a right old mess. Now the forks are still away. They're going to be about a week to 10 days before they're being fully rebuilt with new chrome stanchions on my behalf, so that's fantastic. But in the meantime, while I've got access like this, I think it's time to deal with these. You know, as I showed you at the beginning of the build, I've got a brand new radiator and I've got a very kindly donated Earl's oil cooler to go in here as well. So let's drain the coolant, drain the oil, drop the radiators off and see what joy awaits us under that mess. This is going to be fun. Right, there we are. That's it, half an hour just cleaning bolts and screws. Not too bad. One casualty, one snapped off bolt. I wanted to use the originals because they've got these captive washers on. They actually press the washers into place so they don't come off, and everything's cleaned up nicely except for that one. That was entirely my own fault. I just leant on it a little bit too much like a monkey and snapped it off. As you saw with the grips afterwards, a little bit of heat, a little bit of penetrating oil, it came out backs and forwards and it comes out nicely, so I should have took a bit more time with that one. That's my own fault, but there we are. One replacement bolt, ain't too bad out of that lot. Now you can go buying all this sort of stuff. You can buy boxes of these captive, now look, little spring clip there with a welded, you can see it on, let's get a proper focus on it, there it is. It's kind of got a welded thread on the end. It's a little captive spring clip and it fits onto tabs on the radiator. Rather crappy design really. The radiator and oil cooler on this bike are self-supporting with each other. They actually clip to each other and then the two of them clip to the engine with some twangy crappy brackets, and then the only decent mounts are the two at the top that hang off the frame. But there you are, it's a sports bike. All of this stuff lives under acres of plastic. You never get to see it and it's ever going to fall out. Even though it's flimsy, I've often believed that things that move don't crack. And when it comes to radiators, that's obviously a good idea. So anyway, there we are. That's all cleaned up. Now I want to get the new rad out of the box, put it on here, dress up as much of this stuff as I can onto it, ready to go, and then set it to one side because I've still got the oil cooler to do. So let's get that done first and see how far we get. Right, those little rubber donuts that go in there, the little isoelastic bushings, I put those in just by squashy fingers and lots of rubber lube because you can use the trick with the screwdriver and lever them in, but pokey, sticky, sharp screwdriver, brand new radiator, I'll push them in. Right, there we go, one new radiator ready to fit. Now in the next one, oil cooler. I had hoped to do them both today, but obviously I found more scars and muck than I thought I possibly would. What was I thinking? Of course there was going to be problems. It is a bike that's been horribly neglected for 20 odd years, and this area of any motorcycle is the hardest area to keep clean, especially on a bike that's fully fared the way these are. So in there is 20 years of decay and corrosion. It's more like forensic entomology in there than it is like a bike project, but I'm looking forward to it. I want to get stuck into it and hopefully not have to replace too much. Now the next thing is the oil cooler. I'm replacing it with an aluminium one that's got different fittings, so in the course of the next week I'm going to have a search up, see if I can find the right fittings that adapt so I can just bolt it straight on, and it needs some bracketry made. That'd be a bit fun. Just fabricate some brackets so that I can bolt the new radiator to the top of this and then bolt this to the bike so it's all nice and fitted in the proper way. The other thing is the header pipes. They're in a pretty bad state. I expected that, but what's worrying the most is all the bolts that hold it into the head. They are about as badly corroded as I've ever seen. They're Allen bolts and they're probably good quality, and on a bike like this I imagine they're quite sturdy. However, rust is rust and metal decays, and I'm going to have a little bit of a job with them. So I'm going to start today coating up the WD-40 and keep it going on. I might get some plus gas. I've used that in the past. A few of you said that's good. It's a better penetrating oil than just WD-40, so whatever I can to get through it, I want to get them all mobile and moving just in case I have to replace this. I won't know till I get the oil cooler out of the way, because right in behind here there's a lot of scale and muck. It's really pitted badly. I'm going to just get a Y wheel on that and see how bad it is. If it's too bad, I might have to find myself a second-hand set. I'm not going to put an aftermarket exhaust on it. It's not in the budget anyway, but even if it was, it's going to look out of place on a rat rod design. What I want is the original patina. These, if I can keep them, I'll be absolutely chuffed. They sound quite thick. Header pipes generally are, so I'm hopeful. Wish me luck on that one. Anyway, that's it for today. Can do no more, so I'm going to update the board. Thank you for watching. Take it easy, ride safe, and I'll see you next time.